Hello friends, welcome to today's video. In this video, we are going to discuss about the analytics, data analysis technical interview questions and answers part 2. So I hope you guys watched the part 1, and if you have completely watched the part 1, then part 2 will also be useful for you, right? Because you have to crack an interview. Okay, so let's start this session. So my first question is, define the Python pandas. Okay, so what is Python pandas? So here you guys know that in Python there are so many modules, and one of the powerful, fast and flexible and easy to use open source module is pandas. Okay, so what it is also a manipulation tool built on top of Python programming language. It can perform 5 significant steps that are required for processing and analysis of data irrespective of the origin of data, that is load, manipulate, prepare, model and analyze. The next question is different types of data structures in Panda. So the two primary data structures of pandas are series, which is the one dimensional, and data frame, which is the two dimensional. Let's move on to the next one. Define series in pandas. Pandas series is a one-dimensional labeled array capable of holding any data type. So in terms of pandas data structure, a series represents a single column in memory, which is either independent or belongs to a pandas data frame. The next question is, how can we calculate the standard deviation in pandas? The pandas standard deviation is defined using the function called stdoff. It is used to calculate the standard deviation of a set of numbers, data frame, column and rows. The next one is define data frame in pandas. A pandas data frame is a two-dimensional data structure, that is, data is aligned in a tabular fashion in rows and columns. Pandas data structure consists of 3 principal components, that is the data, rows and columns. Now let's see some of the features of pandas library. It is fast and efficient data frame object with default and customized indexing. Tools for loading data into data objects from different file formats. Data alignment and integrated handling of missing data. Reshaping and pivoting of datasets. Label-based slicing, indexing and subsetting of large datasets. Columns from data structure can be deleted or inserted. High performance merging and joining of data. So now let's move on to the next question. Define NumPy and its uses. NumPy is a Python package that stands for numerical Python. It is a core library for scientific computing, which contains a powerful n-dimensional array object. It is useful in linear algebra, random number capability, etc. NumPy array can also be used as an efficient multi-dimensional container for generic data. Next question. State any advantage of NumPy arrays over Python lists. Python lists, even though are hugely efficient containers capable of a number of functions, have several limitations when compared to NumPy arrays. It is not possible to perform vectorized operations, which includes element-wise addition and multiplication. How to extract odd numbers from 1D array. So array is equals to np.array, and here you can see you have to do modulo 2 is equal to 1. Okay, for an array we are performing this, and the output will be 1, 3, 5, 7 and 9. Okay, this is how you create a one-dimensional array in NumPy. Now let's see how can you replace all the odd numbers in an array with -1 without changing the array. So here you have to use a function called var, okay, and we are using this arrange function to get the numbers from 0 to 10, okay, and this is how you do. How can you reshape an array? By using the reshape function, we can reshape an array. Okay, so here what you can do is a dot reshape, and you can give 3 2. So which means 3 means there will be 3 sets, and 2 means it is divided into 2 because there will be 2 elements in each set. Okay, so here you can see 0 1 becomes an array, 2 3 and 4 5. Okay, so this is the output that you are going to get after you do this reshaping. Okay, so now let's see what techniques can be used to handle missing data. Dropping incomplete rows, dropping columns, value imputation. So all these are the 3 techniques that you will be using. Why is Python suitable for data analysis? It is easy to learn, it is an open source which is free to install, active community driven, strong web development support. So all these are the reasons. What are the goals of exploratory data analysis? To test the business assumptions, to answer the questions, to prepare the data modeling, and to generate the hypothesis for further analysis. So now, which is the function from pandas reads the datasets from a large text files? The function name is read_csv of. The next question is, how do you identify the missing values? It is by using the isNull function, which is used to identify a missing value, and here is an expression that gives you the output of the missing values. Now the next question is, what is feature scaling? Feature scaling is a technique to standardize the independent features present in the data in a fixed range. It is performed during data pre-processing to handle highly varying magnitudes or values or units. If the feature scaling is not done, then machine learning algorithms tend to weigh greater values higher and consider smaller values as the lower values, regardless of the unit of the values. Now the next question is, what are the commonly used features of scaling techniques? It's min-max scaler as well as the standardization. These are the 2 techniques that you will be using for scaling. Okay, so let's look at the first one, min-max scaler. This technique rescales a feature or observation value with distribution value between 0 and 1. And what is standardization? It is a very effective technique which rescales a feature value so that it has distribution with 0 mean value and the variance equals to. What is correlation? Correlation means association. It is a measure of extent to which 2 variables are related. There are 3 possible results of correlation study, which is the positive, negative and no correlation or 0 correlation. Okay, let's move on to the next question, which is the last question. Explain different types of correlation with examples. A positive correlation is a relationship between 2 variables when one variable increases as the other variable increases, or one variable decreases as well as the other variable decreases. So now what is negative correlation? Negative correlation is a relationship between 2 variables in which an increase in one of the variable is associated with a decrease in another one. And what is 0 correlation? 0 correlation exists where there is no relationship between the two variables. Okay, so now let's see the real life examples. So what is positive correlation? Okay, it would be the weight and the height. Okay, the taller people tend to be heavier, right? So that is known as a positive correlation. So in the negative correlation, it would be the weight above the sea level and the temperature. As you climb up the mountain, which means your height is increasing, it gets colder, which means your temperature is decreasing, right? So that is the negative correlation, which is indirectly proportional, right? So as one value increases, the other value decreases. And here positive correlation means it is a directly proportional. And what is zero correlation? There is no relationship between the amount of tea drunk and the level of intelligence, which means when the correlations exist between two different parameters that have no relationship in between, right? So that is known as a zero correlation. So guys, thank you for watching my video. If you like my video, please do like, share and subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to press the bell button. See you guys in the next video. Bye bye.